you guys? Happy Monday. Before I start my day, and apparently before I do my hair, I want to bring to you energy updates for this week, as usually on Mondays. How do we harvest energies of this week? What is this week bringing to us that we can use for our growth, for development, whatever you do, however you identify with the journey that you're at. So, first point that I want to mention, and this is important because for many weeks, when we've been talking about energies, whether on my stories or here, I've been saying to you guys, this is not the time to take action. This is time to reflect, right? We've been sort of sitting in this energy for months, if not for the whole freaking year of the snake shedding. This is time to go inwards. This is time to reflect. This is time to prepare. This is time to plant seed. Now is the first time, and I'm going to say, it is time to take action. And it's actually funny because yesterday on my Instagram, I reposted a video of this beautiful soul. He is so absolutely stunning. I even left a comment underneath his video. It's like I just absorb everything that he says and he channels because it seems like everything else on the internet is just jibber jabber, and what he says just hits every word. So you should totally go to my Instagram, check that out, and if you resonate with that, go and follow him. He's absolutely amazing. My private Instagram, I'll leave the details below. And he was talking about exactly that, taking action. How many people talk about taking action, talks about things that they want to do, but never actually do. And he said something beautiful. I wrote it down. Hold on. Waiting to be ready is an elegant excuse to stay where you are. And that is very true. And we often talk about this when we talk about our masculines. And it's funny because it's Masculine Monday today. I'm interested to see how this week will unfold for our masculines, especially those that are already on a trajectory to taking more bold actions towards their destiny. Because we talk about this many times, again, when we talk about our masculines, that they are in this mentality of waiting for things to just magically unfold, right? It's this victim of fate mentality. So fate already put us on a silver platter to them, yet they wait as it will happen again. And what they're not understanding, again, something that I highlight to you guys always, divine masculines on a divine journey. One of the key learnings on your journey for you is that date, the day that it happens, the day that I take action, the day that I remove that karmic relationship, the day that I return to my feminine, is not a day that will just magically happen and you will magically enter a coffee shop and see her nonchalantly. It is the day that you decide that it is the day. It is the day that you decide that I am ready. He mentioned as well in this video that I've told you about beautifully, the readiness, how readiness is an illusion, how it's a trickster illusion, and it's very true. We are ready when we say that we're ready, period, right? All right, so action. What's going to matter in that action is choices. And again, it's something that if you watch me, you know that I say it as a mantra. Life is basically a game of choices. There is no good and evil. Everything is neutral. We've been blabbing about this a lot recently. How everything is neutral, but it operates on a different levels of energetic spectrum, what we tend to call high vibration, low vibration. But it's not because something is actually low, it's bad and high. It's just what you prefer. And this week, every choice you take, every choice. What time do you get up? What did you have for breakfast? It will matter. It will matter 100 times fold. You need to make sure that your choices are rooted in the Dharma, in the soul. Remember, we've been in this waiting room, closing the karma, opening the door, wanting to open the door for Dharma. Your choices must be rooted, even the smallest ones, in your Dharma. So imagine yourself from your highest, most abundant timeline Even if it's going to happen in 10 years, we're removing the illusion of time here. We're removing the urgency. Imagine yourself from in that timeline. I see it. I see it in my mind's eye, myself on that timeline. Would she eat that? Would she go out with this person? Would she respond to that message? Would she be bothered, he, right, with this and that? Actions that really resonate with your soul's path, because this is a huge window of opportunity to remove limiting beliefs, to remove those patterns, those karmic patterns, to remove the autopilot, to actually understand that in order for me to get to my highest, most abundant timeline, again, going back to that illusion of the masculine, it is not some sort of a magical day that one day it will happen and fall on me. I have to feel into that me from that timeline and act as he would. That is how we get there. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. What else did I wanted to mention? Another very important thing that I wanted to mention is that as we follow that path, as we follow the way, our way, my destiny, my path, I've done a whole series about path, purpose, mission. You can find it on my YouTube if you're interested, because there's a lot of misconceptions about path, purpose, mission. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. It's not about career. It's about who you are, how you show up. It's about the authentic you. And there's some themes around that I've explored. But what I want to say today is that I recently have done a video, my midnight videos. You're going to find it seeing me in my pajamas. And I've also posted about this on my Instagram, the Love and Light Instagram, about the misconception of understanding of master. How these days we live in a world that created an illusion that master is someone, master, teacher, someone superior, someone who we look up to, someone that we want to be like them. This is the world of those crazy leaders, celebrities, people who've done absolutely nothing, achieved absolutely nothing, yet we put them on this crazy pedestal. And we have to realize that we are all equals. A master, and I've explained this beautifully in that video and in that post as well. Very important to read that post, so I don't want to repeat myself, but master is just someone who at given moment of time was put on your path because they know something that your guides want you to learn, that your guides know that this person will be able to channel consciously or subconsciously to you. This is someone who is meant to teach you how to think, how to find yourself, how to become your authentic self, how to find a way back home, not what is that authentic self, what is that path away back home, right? This is why people fall into that. Again, we always fall to that other side of the spectrum. People are so tired of these false masters that they now, coming into that what they call sovereignty, but it's actually hyper independence. Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to listen to your advice. I'm my own master. I'm my own guru. Yeah, that's all true. And we have to feel into that. This week is to feel into that, to really find your own way, right? Not following any specific doctrine, religion, any specific spiritual path, any specific spiritual, do it your own way, right? Do it your own way. And this is way. But it doesn't mean that you cannot look towards a master that was put on your path specifically as a guideline. Again, read those posts because I don't repeat myself. But I wanted to say is that this is where oftentimes I really laugh when people say, this is not how you do it, right? Whatever that is. They teach you tarot. They teach you running. They teach you whatever passion, whatever thing, whatever activity that you go a dancing class. That's not how you do it. That's not how you interpret that poem. What? Let me be. In my life, this is how I do it. This is how I want to do it. This is why true spiritual teachers who are awakened, who are really walking Christ consciousness, they're not just, again, tarot readers or shamans who went for a course, who learn how to do it, and now they just follow the strict guidebook on how to do it. They're developing their own ways because true spiritual teacher, and actually anyone, but I'll translate that example to you onto anyone in a moment. So true spiritual teacher develop their own ways how they do things, right? So when you come to me on a psychic session, that's a reading, I have my own ways how I structure my reading. When you come to me on an energy healing session, I combine Reiki with shamanic healing with my own things that I've received in downloads from my ancestors through the portal of my womb, through the downloads, my own ways. This is what we want now everywhere. So translating that to anything, whatever is it that is what you do, you have to balance everything that I just said. Who am I? What is the frequency of my soul? What is my path? What is my dharma? Now I'm going to take choices in line with getting there. I'm really going to make sure that those choices are coming from a place of my sovereign soul, but I'm going to accept whatever message my higher self, my guides, universe, God, source sends to me through books, through art, through spiritual teachers, through masters that will teach me certain craft. But then I'm not going to look at them like they're on some sort of a pedestal and I have to be exactly like them. I'm going to look at the craft, the what, not the who. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it my own, mixing it with my own little bit, unique frequency of that crazy soul and adding a dash of that ancestral wisdom and, the magic of the lineage. And I'm going to make it my own. This is that unique thing that we bring into this world that we all talk about. Our frequency is unique. We all have that unique thing that we bring into this world. Because of that, this is the wheel of the student and the master that I've talked about in that nighttime video that I've mentioned. All right. Everything. It's really so funny how I was, feeling into I opened a channel, I was feeling into the themes of this week, and I realized that, oh my God, I actually already given you the tools to do that. I've been blabbing about this, I've been channeling messages, I've been making videos about these things recently, so you have all the tools to really harvest this week. I hope you have an amazing Monday. I hope you have an amazing week. I'm going to be back later with masculine reading. We're going to tap into a collective of divine masculines on a divine love journey, twin soul journey, as always on Mondays. And I'm really interested to see, because these energies will be really powerful for our masculines. So yeah, have an amazing, amazing week. The energies are super cool. So harvest them, tap into them. Again, this is actually the week that teaches us, again, what I always highlight to you guys, that the energies that are out there, the new moon, the full moon, the eclipses, the retrogrades, are not for us to put blame on them that we did something. They're for us to harvest it. And this week teaches us that this is something that we should apply to everything. Everything. You don't put blame on people. We take accountability. We take our actions. We don't wait for faith to magically give us everything that we want. We are the masters of our own destiny. Through choices, we reach that highest, most aligned timeline, and on our way we absorb every tool, every opportunity, every learning, every sign that through people, through situations, through karmic lessons, through masters, spiritual teachers, through teachers overall, because that's how every teacher should look like. The teachers in school should also teach us how and not what they show us, so I can be grateful for all these signs and tools, develop my own ways, and get to my highest, most abundant timeline.